20, Zach Narrier.
Zach Narrier to the plate here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Cleveland Railroaders at home against Chicago Dogs. Dogs up 1-0 here. But for Narrier, he's got runners at the corners and nobody out. Golden opportunity to possibly tie things up here. It's been a hit by pitch and a single so far in the inning. The pitcher O'Reilly comes set. The pitch fouled straight back by Narrier. It's 0-1. 80 miles an hour on the delivery there from O'Reilly. Infield at double play, infield at double play depth, outfield straight away. Again, O'Reilly comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Taken for a ball, it's 1-1. Tell a bit later on about how the pregame graphing went out here. Not a whole lot to talk about on either team for this game, but did at least get one person I needed. O'Reilly comes set, quick throw over to first, runner is back, sliding. O'Reilly looking in for the sign. Out comes set. Looks almost like he's batting when he delivers. Runner goes as it's fouled straight back. And I'll have to go back and do this again. 1-2 this time. Final game of this series here tonight. Chicago won last night by a 7-5 final. O'Reilly again comes set, and you see he's got the glove up there right by zero, almost like he's in a batting stance. Now winds and delivers. Since hit in the air toward right. Right field's under it, makes the catch, faking from third, but holding up is the runner, and they'll both stay put at the corners. This time with one out. Yuri Perez to the plate. Former Washington Nationals prospect. First pitch from Michael Marriott. Takes for a strike. 85 on the fastball. Perez only hitting 192 on the season. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He's the designated hitter tonight as Marriott kicks and fires way out in front. Strike 2. Cleveland up 1-0 so far. A home run by Zach Narrier in the bottom of the first. Just a bit outside, 1-2. One hit for each team so far. Marriott winds and delivers 1-2 in the dirt. And it will do it again, this time 2-2. Perez, one of 2 players in tonight's game with Major League experience. Delino DeShields out in left field there is the other. Marriott with the 2-2 pitch to a Yuri Perez. Grounds this one in the hole for a base hit out to his former Major League counterpart, DeShields. And so it's leadoff man aboard here in the top of the second for the Sioux City Explorers. All right, it's Tuesday the 30th. I'm going to have some TTMs to show off a little bit later once I go out and get the mail. But first, I wanted to show what I got over the weekend out in Cleburne. You just got my 2 bits of play-by-play there from games against, it was Chicago Dogs against Cleburne on Sunday. We had Sioux City Explorers against Cleburne there on Monday, Memorial Day. So, show you what we got here. Let's see. We'll go with the first game first. Got Chicago Dogs coming in. Butch Hobson's their manager. Very good signer. Unfortunately, he did not make the trip. So, unfortunately, no Hobson autographs to show out of that. But pitching coach Stu Clyburn was there, signed everything I had. He's always been really great. So, there you go. There's one of those ones, the 86 Don Russ card of him. And, yeah, I mean, the interesting thing there, he is a right-handed pitcher, as you can see on the card right there. Signs autographs left-handed. So kind of an interesting oddity there. Something I've noticed a couple times. I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, and possibly my last video even, that one of the Frisco players does that, one of their pitchers. You've also got, I believe it was Jose Guzman, Cecil Espy, and there was one other, Tanner Shepard, I think it was, from the Rangers. So several who throw with one hand and sign with the opposite hand. Kind of an interesting thing going on there. Pre-game, tried to get a few other guys, had no luck because I couldn't identify Nick Green. He wasn't in uniform because he just pitched the night before. And Brian Schlitter didn't even look at me, unfortunately, when I called out to him. But after the game, I was able to pick out which one was Green, and he signed a pair of cards for me, including that nice little refractor right there, the number to 499, number 92 out of 499, if you can see that up there. So, cool to get those ones. Finally called out, got Schlitter post-game. Signed only one of three. Not sure if he just doesn't sign doubles or if he's just a one-per guy, but he did sign at least. Is that 2015? Yeah, 2015 Topps card. Had 3 copies of it there. He just signed the one. I'm good with that. Whatever. Had to wait around for him a bit, so I wasn't able to do much over on the Cleburne side. I was able to get the guys that were coming out of the bullpen, though, so Trey Cumbie signed his card from the New Hampshire Fisher Cats set last season. And so that was it. Kind of a crappy start there, unfortunately, but the next night got significantly better, fortunately. So, yeah, last night, what was that, Monday night, went down there, and pre-game I was able to get, let's see here, 2 players pre-game. Unfortunately, so the manager for the team was, what's his name, Steve Montgomery. There were cards with Steve Montgomery in a couple of classic draft sets in 92. That is not the same Steve Montgomery, though. Both are former pitchers. Both came into pro ball at around the same time. But that is not him. And unfortunately, I realized that before I asked him to sign. Because I'm looking at the card, and I'm like, let me make sure on this. And I look, and it's like, wait a second. No, this guy never pitched. The manager here never pitched in the Cardinals organization like this guy did. And compared to, they're from different hometowns. So, yeah, FYI, if you draft the American Association, that is not the Steve Montgomery that has cards. That is the manager there for Sioux City. So I pulled those off, and so fortunately we got Vince Fernandez came through, signed all 4 cards I had of him. Let's see here. We were able to then get Jake Sanford, also on 4 cards. Sanford, you may remember, is the guy who used to be in the Yankees organization and was accused of stealing a bunch of teammates' stuff and selling it and then ripping off people who bought it. And it turns out, according to an article by Sports, I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the Canadian sports networks. Did a long-form article on him. The guy had gambling problems, gambling debts. And so, yeah, I led him down that road, and he's trying to make his way back in baseball now. And, well, got to see him play a little bit last night. Got to talk to him briefly. So, hope for the best. Hope he's learned from that a lot. And, yeah, able to make something of a baseball career at least. So, pregame, I tried to get Yuri Perez as well. He said, yeah, I'll get you after or something like that. So, waited around, and I was hoping to get Solomon Bates as well. He was a pitcher. He's got a couple of cards. And so I'm waiting around there, Montgomery, after taking the lineup card, and he says, who are you looking for? I said, Solomon Bates. He's like, nods, and he says he didn't travel with us. He doesn't start till Friday. I'm like, I figured, because I saw that he started the night before. So no Bates, unfortunately. Waited around after the game, and fortunately Perez did come over and sign all the cards I had. He did ask me after he started signing a couple of them, he's like, yeah, you going to be here tomorrow night? And I'm like, no, this is the only one. And he's like, oh, come on. Dude, it's an hour drive for me to get here. So, fortunately, he did sign all of them, knocked them all out for me there. And so, yeah, happy to get that. Post-game, I was able to go over to the Cleburne side once again. And this time I got James Russell, the pitching coach. Interesting thing with James Russell, if you have a card of James Russell from the Vermont Expos set, I think it was from around 2003 or so, that is not him. It's a different James Russell who just happens to be a pitcher, happens to look very similar to him, but they're about 5 years apart from each other. And, yeah, not the same guy, because said, yeah, I went on a deep dig there and found that. And he kind of looks, he's like, where'd you find that? Because that is definitely not me. And I'm like, okay. And I look at it, I was like, oh, yeah, it says right-handed pitcher there, and you're a lefty. Okay, so there you go. But, hey, I got, 32 cards signed across those 2 games. So not too bad. No complaints there. Got a little play-by-play in, as you heard right there. And so, yeah, we'll do a few more Cleburne games this season as well. Got one in Frisco coming this weekend, and hopefully we'll have some TTM stuff in between. All right, so as I said before, I had a couple TTMs coming in, and they have indeed arrived. Let's show you this one first. This one is odd. The postmark is on the back and upside down, which means basically that it came through the postal machine like that, wide open. Fortunately, I'm hoping that everything is still in here. It looks like it is. This came from ON, Baltimore, Maryland. It's a Football Hall of Famer. And it is Mr. Ozzie Newsome, and he signed all of the cards that I sent. I'm going to show you a couple of these. I mean, got a couple set cards here, which, I mean, I've already got these ones, but I figure, you know what? See how it looks, see if there's a condition upgrade or anything like that. So there you go on those 2. So very happy to get those. It did outside the custom index card, which I didn't really expect would happen, but yeah, happy to get those. The other one here is going to be another Hall of Famer, this time over in the world of baseball. This one's postmarked from West Palm Beach, Florida. The initials under LW. You can probably put those together and figure out exactly who this is. So the Hall of Fame rookie card, and helps to replace one that got damaged before by postal sorting machines. This should be from Mr. Larry Walker. And indeed, it is his Upper Deck rookie card. Puts to Drew, best wishes. Larry Walker, Hall of Fame 2020. Very nice on that one. So, there we go. So, good stuff there. A couple Hall of Famers. Another Hall of Famer rookie card. Personalization is totally good with me. It's kind of cool he had it, because the first one he used to do Swing Hard was the personalization on there. Put to Drew, Swing Hard. Now it's to Drew, best wishes. Cool. So I got two different variations on it now. But I had his 90 Fleer that got crushed by some postal machines, and looks all right, but not great when you see it up close. So this one made it through everything just fine. Looks much better. So, there we go. Good start to the week. Hopefully have a little bit more to go on as the week goes by. Wednesday the 31st, one item in the mailbox. And as you take a look right there, you'll see it is from Sweden. Sent out 488.89 Topps hockey requests out there. So this is the first one to come back. TJ are the initials on this one. This didn't come up on informed delivery, so I'm kind of blanking on who it might be, but taped it down real well too. Wow, that's excellent tape job on the back of this here. So there we go. All right. I think Thomas Janssen, if I remember right, might be one of the ones I sent. I don't remember. It was on informed delivery. Let's see here. And we have here, yes, Thomas Janssen. And it looks like he signed everything I sent in a nice blue Sharpie. We'll show off the 8889 right here. There you go. So cool. Glad to get that one back. Show another one here. Let me see. Do I have one from a Swedish set? Yeah, from the VN96 set right there as well. So that one I think he may have put in himself, because, yeah, I definitely did not send that one. So cool. Always good to get bonus items back like that. So that was like, European sets like that. So yeah, there we go. Quick response on that too. Took maybe a month or so. I think it was early part of May that I sent them out. I think. I'll have to look on that for sure. But yeah, didn't take too long at all. Very happy to get that one. Another one for the 88 set. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some more coming up after this. And if not, hey, we're going out to Frisco on Saturday. So we'll have all that covered in there. All right, it's Saturday, June 3rd. I'm going out to a ball game in Frisco. We'll have that coming right after this. But first, 3 TTM items. 2 from Canada, 1 from the United States. Let's start with the U.S. one here first. Here's one from Manchester, New Hampshire. The initials under RM, and I've seen some successes from this guy recently, so I figured this was probably coming. The former Bruin, a guy who is on the verge of potentially a Hall of Famer at some point. Hasn't gotten in yet, but it'd be pretty nifty if he does get in. That'd be Mr. Rick Middleton. And he did sign my 88-89 card right at the bottom there. Nice signature. Nice placement on it there, too, to avoid the black jersey. So, good stuff there. Thank you, Rick Middleton, for that one. He's an excellent signer. Always has been. Career 448 career goals. So, that's pretty high up there. I would say, if he had won a Stanley Cup, he probably would be in by now, but gets screwed on that one. Oh, well. Anyways, moving on. MD is the initials on this one. This is one of the Canadian ones. This is one that I paid $10 for, and he's always been a good signer for $10. Mr. Marcel Dion. Should be another 88-89 card, and he did his usual, enclosing a certificate of authenticity with it. It's always cool that he does that. And he signed it with his Hall of Fame 92 on there as well. Blue Sharpie right there. Very good. Another 88-89 set hit. The last one we've got here, the initial on this one are RV, also from Canada. Not postmarked, though. This is going to be another 88-89 set, and the guy this is the first time I've written to this guy, Rick Vive, who was one of my favorites. I mean, I never really got to see him in his prime at all, but caught him at the end of his career. Guy who could score 40 goals and drop the gloves a few times a year. And he signed all 4 cards that I sent, including the 88-89 card there. Thin tip blue Sharpie looks very nice. Not sure about his career numbers, but as of the end of the 1991 season, he had 440 goals and 1,400 penalty minutes. So, another guy that's, kind of had some nice numbers there, but just wasn't able to get that Stanley Cup that they kind of end up judging you a lot on. He played a year with the Canucks and a long time with the Maple Leafs and the Blackhawks, then the Sabres. Some star-crossed teams right there. So, yeah, good news is, though, 3 set hits in the mailbox today. Good stuff there. And we're going to head to Frisco right after this, so you'll see a little play-by-play here coming up after this, and then we'll give you a recap of the pregame, postgame, all-day autographing from out there. All right, it's Saturday night. I'm back home from Frisco. We'll show you what I got, and we're going to talk about some warnings as well. So make it that what you will. Anyways, we had San Antonio come to town to play against Frisco. And yeah, had a pretty decent go of it here for the most part. So inside before the game, Frisco has been having a player signing at a table. And tonight was Owen White's turn to be the signer. So signed everything I had. Very happy to get him, one of the Rangers' top prospects. 2 of those for me, 2 of them go to Chris. Let's see, so after that, spent the first bit of everything over on the San Antonio side, as I typically do. Let's see here, I'm trying to think, who did I get first out of all these guys? Corey Howell might have been the first one that I got over on their side. He's a shortstop turned to outfielder. He's on the 7-day DL right now, but still traveled with him anyway, and he signed all 4 cards I had, so happy to get him in. I've had these cards since last year. I was hoping to see him when San Antonio came in, but he got put on the DL then and didn't make the trip. So knocked him out this time, though, so very happy with that. Went up over by the bullpen where Kevin Kopps came over and signed for us. Let's see here. Sure, that green one, that green prism there looks real cool. So got that done. Got 4 cards total out of Kevin Kopps there as well. Back down at the field, I got Daniel Johnson as well. That is a Heritage set hit right there. Former Cleveland Indians outfielder. Little tip on Daniel Johnson. If I was told that if you put down 2 cards, he'll sign 2 cards. If you put down 3 cards, he'll sign 3 cards. If you put down 4 cards, he'll sign 2 cards. So limit yourself to 3 on him. Maximize whatever you get there. So made sure to pick out the 3 that I wanted, and he did all 3, and I'll just go ahead and show that for proof. So there you go. Just keep that in mind. After that, we were trying to get, whoops, dropped one. Trying to get a Jorge Oña to sign, and yeah, he and Tirso Ornelas didn't even give us the time of day at all before the game. Ornelas said, oh yeah, I gotta go stretch, and Oña signed for like 2 people, and that was it. So had no luck with them. So while Oña was signing for 1 person running into the dugout, I said, okay, fine, I'm gonna run up to the bullpen there and get Michael Baez. Signs 1 per, got him on that one. So yeah, that was about it for the pregame. So the guy throwing out the first pitch though, and then doing a 1-hour signing after that was a guy that some of you might recognize. I'm not a pro wrestling fan, so I really don't know anything about him at all. But Chavo Guerrero was the first pitch and the signer, and had a bunch of cards that I picked up off of eBay, and my friend Chris gave me some as well. So went and got those done up there at the left field bar area, and I'm dropping everything here. Wow. There we go. Anyways, he was signing up in the left field bar area for about an hour, and yeah, cool as all hell. I mean, he stopped for pictures with everybody. He even like switched pens to figure out, okay, which, what color of pen would work best on the cards without even having to be asked to. I just do all mine in gold. It works out nice, and gold looks great on those. There's a lot of dark backgrounds on those cards. So that was it for the pregame. So postgame, we went over and tried the San Antonio side once again to try to get anybody that we missed. So I was able to get their, let's see here. I'm going to try to do this in order if I can, of what order I got them in. So first up, yeah, we got a Nolan Watson. Nolan Watson is great. He'll sign everything that you've got pretty much. So yeah, he came over, signed for Aaron, signed for me, and continued on his merry way. And so there you go. Show off the blue refractor right there from the Bowman set. Cool stuff there. Not long after him was Jackson Wolf, one of the Padres' top prospects, and another guy who will sign just about everything you got there. And let's go with the, I think it's a blue laser prism. Had him signing gold there. I think it just looks really good on the prism cards there. And my gold pen was working nicely, so I'm like, yeah, we'll go ahead and stick with that. And so got those all done by him. Unfortunately, I did not see Trevor Hoffman. He didn't travel at all. I had his rookie card that I was hoping to get signed, but no such luck there. We'll hang on to it, though, and hope that he goes back to traveling again. He used to be almost automatic that he would come to Frisco before about, I think the last time I saw him was 2018, though. Maybe 2019 at some point, but never saw him after that, unfortunately. So hoping that maybe will change in the future. You know how much I like getting Hall of Famer rookie cards signed. Let's see here. So didn't get Ornelas, didn't get Oña. We did get manager Luke Montz, however. So one thing I'd been told about Luke Montz was that he'll sign 1 per before the game on his way in, but he'll sign everything coming off the field. So we just waited, got him as he was leaving, and yeah, signed everything I had. So glad to get him. And I think that was it there over on the San Antonio side, but overall, very good. Like I said, didn't get Oña, didn't get Ornelas. And I didn't see Daniel Camarena at all. I don't know if he just didn't travel at all or what exactly, but yeah, didn't see him. So we went outside, tried the Frisco side, and did pretty well there. And this is where I mentioned I had some warnings. So I don't remember what order I got all of these in. So I'm just going to be taking it from back to front, basically. Aaron Zavala wanted nothing to do with us coming out, unfortunately. So that sucked. He did sign inside. I did see him signing there as we were heading out, but I figured now we can probably get him outside. Oops. Let's see. We did get Chris. I'm not sure if it's Cisse, Sice. I've heard like everything today. They had a substitute PA announcer, and yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. He was not particularly good, but I did at least get the Cisse, Sice, whatever cards done. He signed everything on his way out. Good guy. Let's see. We also got Alex Spiess on the way out too, and he actually commented on this one. He's like, "Whoa, hey, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. That's really cool," or haven't seen much of it, or something like that. But that blue border one right there, it's really cool looking there. So, yeah, he commented specifically on that one. But those are all these ones. Numbered 38 out of 150 on the back. So, yeah, fun stuff. I always like when players comment on those things and stuff. But, yeah. I got Justin Slayton as well. And a little pro tip here. This is where I was going to mention. If you think you've prepped your cards, but you're not certain, prep them extra just in case, because I did not quite do a good enough job there on that Justin Slayton card. And you're going to see that as a running theme tonight, unfortunately. So, had one of those Slaytons kind of bubble up on me. The other Chrome one, a little bit as well, but not quite as badly. I might erase it and try it again. I might not. Don't really know. Is that actually gray hair? Okay. Try to make sure I don't have like anything weird caught in the stash there. Anyways, moving on. TK Roby started tonight. Ended up leaving injured, but he said his arm's feeling fine, so that's a good sign at least. He's a 1-per signer, which I did not know. He was signing everything when I got him a few years ago. So, but yeah, 1-per now. So heads up on that if you're going for Frisco anytime soon. Another guy who is 1-per and was just sent down actually just recently is JP Martinez. I have 2 cards left on him. He did one of them there, and he commented I had my my headlight on. He's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." There, I'm like, "Yeah, see." I got John Matthews here on my custom card, so happy to knock out another one of those. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Martinez 1-per as well. I've got 1 card still left on him. Last one we got actually across the night was Antoine Kelly. He came out and signed 3-per. Looks like he's not doing duplicates at all, but yeah, the what do you call it? The pro debut one turned out great there. And once again, if you think you've prepped your cards, prep them extra. If you're not sure that you've prepped them, prep them extra. Because yeah, apparently I did not prep these ones well enough. You can see that they got badly bubbled up on there. So usually I'm really good about prepping these things, and I don't know if I just brain farted this week or what happened, but somehow I just forgot to do those. So yeah, I might just erase them and try them again at some point, because I mean, Kelly's an excellent signer, so I'll get him done eventually. Got Scott Capers on or Capers, one of those on a custom as well, so knocking out another one of those. Need to prep another batch from here soon. Trevor Hauver signed as well, and once again, it's not even just the Chrome ones either, because we'll say the Bowman one here turned out great, but these 2 Bowman ones, I got these from my friend Chris, and I don't think he prepped them at all, and I just assume that he might have prepped them already, and don't ever assume that either, because, yeah, check those out. I might see if I can try to erase them, get them redone, because, man, those, yeah, that's not good. So, yeah, if you think you've prepped, prep extra, and if you're not certain, go over them. The good part, though, Dustin Harris signed 2-per, and these 2 both, fortunately, turned out good, so those ones were prepped, so hey, what do I know? Let's see here. We also got Ryan Garcia. He signed all 4 cards that I had here. Sure, those real quick. And again, the Chrome bubbled on this one as well, but the regular paper Bowmans turned out very nice. And I think that might be about it. Yeah, Noah Bremer's still on the DL, so we didn't see him. Evan Carr goes out a side door and hates signing. Didn't see Jax Biggers, and Luis Angel Acuna literally looked at us and like sprinted in the other direction just about. So it's like, wow, that's a nice guy there. But overall, I really can't complain much. I mean, this was what I got. This is just the post-game stack right there. So very happy overall with what I was able to get there. So there you go. Solid way to finish out the week. 3 TTMs earlier today. Nice stuff in person there out in Frisco. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Check the TTM Cast podcast, ttmcast.com. I am co-host of that with Jeff Baker. We put it out every typically Saturday and Wednesday, so check those out. Check out my website, dfwgrapher.com. You can see all the stuff I'm working on, and kind of added a little bit of new content to it as well. Check my you're watching my YouTube channel, so I don't really need to promote that, DFW Grapher. Instagram, I'm on there too, DFW Grapher. Twitter, DFW Grapher as well. You notice a pattern here probably at this point. Yeah, that's about it. If you need address for those TTMs, go check out sportscardforum.com and check out sportscollectors.net. $15 a year for that, worth every penny you'll pay for it. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time.